pretty natural position for these last five balls, but he has distance. Nice play.
He looks good through here, Eric. This is a good roadmap as you can find.
Yeah, again, I haven't seen him play too much, and maybe I'm off on this comment, but it just really feels like he's playing fast in this tournament, like faster than he normally would.
He's been playing with a very good rhythm. He may have adjusted that. I don't believe I've seen him play this fast before this tournament. He's always been like all the other Polish players, reserved, takes their time, walks around at a decent pace. But he is a little on the faster side now, so he might have stepped it up with confidence. Maybe it helps him on the nerve side. I know it does help some players to play a little faster, not as much thinking. They just kind of let their feelings go for more of a feel player in rhythm.
I mean, the last five balls there after he made the five were pretty routine, so I could see him kind of getting through that part of the rack a little quicker. And in the first two games, he was playing slower than in the other match that I saw, but looks like maybe just, he's confident and feels like he can play at a faster pace.
I actually believe that a good pace helps the game. It all depends on the player, though, on how they're brought up, how they handle their nerves. And the confidence factor plays big, and we all know how big that plays in pool.
EXPOSITO just missing a couple wired balls by very little. So it's going to be JUSZCZYSZYN back to the table here. Looks like he's considering cutting it in. It's a thin cut. If he doesn't, he'll try to play the cue ball near the 310 or the 7.
Konrad on an upswing in this pool game.
Nice shot. It's got an angle that it can really force. Big power follow around the 10 with left spin and back into the 3. I think it's a little aggressive. He might just kind of lay up past the 3. Oh, I didn't see this, George. Still think the combo's too tough. I mean, he's got huge blockers there with the 410. Pretty open path to open up the 3-down table. So yeah, he's just going to stick the cue ball. Imagine it finds the window here, George. I think it is. Wow.
Such a small window, and it's able to fit the cue ball.
Nice shot. Could get there with just follow and left.
Looks like he left it on.
Yeah, it's close.
He keeps leaving windows.
He is going to the jump cue, though, so he has edged him on the pocketing angle. Cue ball will follow into the 5. Only has to jump half ball here. Too thin, doesn't maybe want the 4 to go in, especially now. It's going to be put back in here.
Konrad doesn't even leave his chair.
Yeah.
Better ruined you for all other jump shots.
Yeah. Deciding between draw and follow here.
Well, it's still early in the match, so go ahead.
Yeah, played the window nicely. Gonna probably go rail first, bring the cue ball around. Yeah, I mean, you can see again the pace that JUSZCZYSZYN's playing at. He's confident.
I like it. It's kind of rather filler-esque.
It is.
Put a little version of killer in his game. And with 2 games in a row, he takes a 3-2 lead. JUSZCZYSZYN trying to get to that race to 8 first to move on into the final of this European Pool Championship in the 10 ball. In Tallinn, Estonia, there's Jasmine Ocean. You know, I had the pleasure of preparing for that match, and Jasmine, a 27-time Euro Pool champion.
Holy.
11-time Euro Tour champion. And all in all the titles in her title and achievements, she has 60 titles.
Unrivaled,
as you mentioned,
no doubt.
It's very, very, I mean, it's a la Alison Fisher, Kelly Fisher. Top women players.
Six ball goes in the top right. No shot on the 1. Options are always limited when you're kind of glued to the ball that you're shooting against. You can only create so many angles going one way or the other. None of the angles are really leading to the getting the cue ball behind another ball. He's looking to see if he can get the cue ball behind the 10 here. Tough spot. It's about all he could do, really. Bank's not on, but Juan Carlos will be looking to play the cue ball behind the 7 here.
He must have heard you. He just pointed in that direction. Not going to get there. And
yeah,
these guys keep having to crawl through windows.
I know, a lot of them coming up in these last 2 games. So first chance for JUSZCZYSZYN to create some separation now. Just having a close look at it. I feel like the cue ball can play past the 10. If it can, it'll come around 2 rails. I'll clip the 2 on the way through. Watch out for the side. He's okay. It's okay on the 2 ball as well. Gonna have to play a combo from the 3 to the 8, but that's actually a positive because he'll open up the pocket for the 7. That was a little too much angle. Had to come across, so 7 ball is still gonna have to be navigated here. It's possible it has room into the left side of the pocket. If not, he could go rail first and play off the 8. You'll want to be avoiding that because control on the 8 won't be guaranteed. Just had a quick look, so I feel like he is going to favor playing it straight in. A little funny on the angle here. Yeah, go ahead.
If he can get the same angle or a little steeper on the 7 ball, he'll be able to play the 8 ball just perfect with it, because you can get the cue ball back to the center of the table, you know, to the right hand side of the table for the 8 ball. In case
we'll have to see. Yeah, sorry, we'll have to see if he has enough room. I think ideally he'll be trying to play the 8 over the bottom right. He's nice and close to it, so he can really feel different parts of the pocket here. It's a good shot.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, he used the long rail there. Yeah, nice shot. Particularly being closer to the 7 there really allows you to target different parts of the pocket.
And after he pockets this ball, he'll be 4-2 up. Right next to these two gentlemen is the other ladies semifinal. Oh, we're back to the first one between Alada Gafadi and Jasmine Ocean. On the other women's semifinal, you have Ina Kaplan and Sara Rocha. And on the other side of that is the other men's semifinal. Which is Stefan Kasper and Christian Marva.
Just taking a look quickly at Alara's style here. Looks pretty solid. Good slow backstroke. Decent timing in the ball.
Jasmine patiently in her chair as she leads 3-2 at this time. Young 20-year-old. She's played the Euros since 2018. She had success. She's got one Euro Pool Championship in 2023 in 8 ball. She was runner-up in 2022 in 10 ball.
Yeah, I was assuming this would be her first time near the end of the tournament because of her age, but looks like she's not quite a stranger to the final stages.
No, 2019, she had some success also as a youth. Some very, very high finishes, runner-ups and such. For her age, rather accomplished.
Big shot. It's only a race to 6 in the women's side. No good.
Ambitious bank. Ambitious bank. You know, playing shots like that against caliber player that Jasmine is not going to serve you well usually.
Yeah, I mean, the thought against the stronger players is you want to keep them off the table, but then you can kind of trap yourself into taking lower percentage shots sometimes. And if they don't go down, they'll be highly punished. Exposito to break in rack number 7.
Konrad whipping off 3 racks in a row now in this match. Lost the opening game, won the second one, lost the third, and then won 3 in a row.
Solid square hit, wired ball down, and he's going to get a shot on the 1. This is what he needed here to stop the small charge from JUSZCZYSZYN. Every ball has a pocket. 6 is going to be the toughest ball to get at. If you get below the 5, you can kind of draw up the right long rail. It's a little thin on this first ball, so it might be tough to hold one rail here. Good shot. You like that, George? Kind of getting below the 5 and drawing up the right long rail and playing the 6 in the left middle?
I do. Actually, coming 2 rails, he's going to get pretty straight. This is perfect.
Yeah, he can
Oh,
draw. I think he can cheat
yeah,
the. Yeah, he's got a ball to the left, so he can get back to
yeah,
the
he's got,
short rail.
yeah, he's got a, it looks good here. He just measured it out. Perfect.
Doesn't want to get too far below it where he can't hold the cue ball. It's got slightly too much angle. It's possible to kill it with draw and right. Could be looking for different options because it is tough to slow the cue ball down here.
I wonder if he's going to take a chance at running into it here. With this
You
angle,
might
he
have
might have to. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really go towards the 7. You'll end up going too far to the right of it. Can't really hold the ball with a bunch of right either, like just talking one rail and then coming out to the right middle. So yeah, I think you might have to go into it here. It's okay. Still has it in the corner. Ooh. Bit of
Those are
body
big
movement
shots.
after. Yeah. Kind of after he struck the ball, he kind of knew it was no good about halfway there. But this was a big one, and another big one coming from Konrad here.
Yeah, this has a natural angle to get to where he's pointing right now. He'll play the 6 ball to the upper right, left, I'm sorry, and bring the cue ball around the 9 ball 2 rails, I believe. It lays very, very well for that.
Yeah, and then you're kind of playing into the angle of the 7 off the 3rd rail.
Yeah, you're coming into the side pocket on the right to play the 7 on the left-hand side. He's going just the opposite. Looks nice. That's what he's playing. Yep, there you go.
Nice shot. Looks like the cue ball's playing to the left of the side here. Yeah, right about there. Nice shot. Oh, he caught it a little too thick, or kind of caught a half stun on the cue ball. It's very rare that you see any pro player go directly in the pocket like that. Sometimes you see them go multiple rails or off another ball, but they know where the cue ball is going, so might just caught a little extra stun, and that's a big turning point in the middle of the match here.
Sure is, and in fact, he measured it with his cue stick. He looked at the pocket and then shot it and went straight in it. That's very rare.
Yeah, I mean, he might have been
and see the danger.
Yeah, he might have been trying to play different parts of the pocket, or just kind of caught like a bit of a rough contact on the 7. But mistake from JUSZCZYSZYN.
Big misread by Konrad, and EXPOSITO punishes him for it and takes the game. Closes the gap to 1 game. 3-4, back to Jasmine and Alada.
Other semifinalists, yeah, Stefan Kasper and a player from Slovakia, I believe. Kind of a lesser known player for the men.
Christian Mirva.
You haven't heard of him.
Well, Christian, well, we're back to it here. He's very experienced in 8, 9, 10 ball and 14 and 1. He's also a 20-year-old from Slovakia.
Well, so the youth representing at the end of the tournaments here. It's good. 2 balls down for JUSZCZYSZYN. Decent starter on the 2. Can't do much for position on the 3. Only option is to really leave a thin one on the side. Just a tester here. So tough that he might even back away from it or play the bank. He is going to play the bank. Watch out for the cue ball behind. He's got to really force the cue ball around here. Great shot.
Konrad recognizing that it laid nice for that shot. He had a path to go around. The natural path went around the bottom balls there and got in perfect position.
Little heavy on the speed here. And again, when you play at this faster pace, those are the kind of mistakes you can make. There's really no reason he shouldn't be straight in on the 6. Little cue ball movement. But of course, there's always the recovery option. Very nice there.
Well, making up for his misread earlier, last game. Closing out these balls to go back to that 2-game lead. And that he does. 5-3, Konrad. Carlos will be breaking. Juan Carlos Exposito from Spain. Konrad JUSZCZYSZYN from Poland, battling it out there in the semifinal here at the European Pool Championships, sponsored by Predator. Ivan Simonis, Aramith Billiard Balls, Hansa Vest, Folger, Datel, and women's semifinal between Jasmine Ocean and Alada Ghaffari. Exposito to break in game number 9, trailing 3-5.
He's hitting them with good speed. He was successful on his last break, but has been unsuccessful on a couple. And JUSZCZYSZYN gonna have a chance to widen the lead here. Tough position from 2 to 3. Looks like the 3's frozen, so that makes that combo very underrated tough. Getting the cue ball below the 3 is also hard. Looks like he's going to favor the combo here. You know, kind of where the 9's lying, the 3's actually going to naturally cut off the rail just a little bit. Oh, he's trying to go into it. Big coverage on the left side of the table. Can use the 6-8.
He's got room for this bank.
Yeah, he's going to try it. Nice shot. 2 banks in the last 2 racks for JUSZCZYSZYN.
Oh, he's feeling it.
Yeah.
Said I was trying to go around that ball, not hit it, but he hit it just perfectly, and now he's put himself in a great position to get on the 6.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go kind of juggernaut offensive in this tournament. It's working out so far. Made a great shot on the 6 in the rack previous.
You know, one of the things about JUSZCZYSZYN is a knowledgeable player that I see comments from every now and then. Made a comment that he was very filler-esque in his 8-0 match.
Nice.
Definitely on filler pace. And watch him bring this cue ball back. Beautifully done. Those are so pretty when you know you've hit it perfect and you just wait for it to roll past your elbow to the target area.
Yeah, or just go over to the landing position and just wait for the cue ball. There's that one too. Usually around 3 rails.
That was the other part of the comment, was he couldn't wait for the cue ball to stop and was in position. Here we have the ladies. The ladies are Jasmine now leads 4-3.
It looks like it's going to go down to the wire over there.
The young lady from Turkish Cyprus holding her own. Too young to be scared. And too good to go down. Breaking in game number 10. A 3-game lead. He's got 2 to go. It's a race to 8. Down goes the 6. Shot on the 1, Eric. Tell us where he goes from here. He can use the 3 ball, excuse me, to get on the 2.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's hitting the proper side of the 3 that he can kind of continue on towards the 2. It's kind of feeling that the angle off the 3 is going to hit the 2. That could work. Nice shot. Wide open now. Stop position from 4 to 5 to 7. And 8, actually.
Center of the table will serve him well.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this with Filler over the years. Filler's slowed down a little bit in the past 2 years, but when he first came on the scene, it's like you take a couple blinks and he's 4 games ahead of you, you know? We've seen it with Centeno in the women's game recently.
But no one's faster than Cheska. She not only runs around the table, she lays the cue ball down and 2 strokes everything.
Yeah. Another strong rack from Konrad here. Getting himself on the hill now. It'll be Exposito to break in rack number 11. But Juszczyszyn will have at least 2 more breaks to try to keep Exposito off the table.
Well, he's got to go to work, because if he doesn't work at this match, he's going to get fired. Konrad needs 1 game. Down goes the 4,
square.
Shot on the 1. Wow.
Yeah, position's going to be too tough here. Look for him to possibly play the cue ball behind the 3.
You know, one of the things about Exposito is in this European Pool Championship, 2 of his matches were against his countrymen. He played, I believe it's Alvaro Canoniga, and he also played, which was the other? Echeverria. Iker Echevarria.
It's got room over on the right side of the table to access the 3. Looking good here. Another strong performance from Konrad. Really just the one blunder where the cue ball went in the side pocket, but other than that, he's been full steam ahead. Playing well. Choice of the 8 in either corner pocket. Not too much angle here, a little funny. Gonna have to go to the side rail and out.
Well, since we're about to close this match out, the other semifinal, Stefan Kasper leads 5-2 over Christian Mirva. It's funny, we have two 20-year-olds in the men's and women's finals. That doesn't happen very often.
It's excellent.
Speaks highly to the federations and the programs in Europe.
Wow. What a performance by Konrad, taking advantage of pretty much every opportunity, getting through the work quickly, and he's into the final now.
Yeah, he'll face either Stefan Kasper or Christian Mirva. At this point, at 5-2, it looks like it might be Kasper. But apparently the young man from Slovakia will do his best to get into that final. We have a lot of pool for you folks coming your way here from Tallinn, Estonia. We still have the men's and women's 8-ball starting tomorrow. Actually, it starts, today's the 2nd, it starts today. And we have the men's and women's 9-ball, the 6th through the 8th. And good match watching JUSZCZYSZYN move into the final. Here you have Jasmine and Alada Ghaffari. Eric, nice working with you again. We all seem to have a good time doing that. Little shout out to the ever popular and friendly YouTube chat. And then come back and see us. We'll be here all week. George Teachan, Ehrlich Horlifson. Ta-ta, as Mark White would say.
Talk to you guys soon.
Okay.